but we can begin now. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 17. This is going to be between VoidWarrior and Just Carrier. I've been putting off streaming for like a week, so now he's happy that I'm finally back, I assume. Or maybe he's just mad at me. Anyway, this is, of course, a Just Carrier game, so we've got a legendary info.txt here. I don't even know what I can say about this. But as you can see, it's going to be Kharak versus Soba on both maps, and the first one's Firebase, the second one is Crater. This is pretty legendary right here. As always, I mean, we would expect nothing less. Now, Just Carrier, if you remember, is actually the returning champion. He managed to beat me in the finals of the last tournament, so he is in the driver's seat for sure here, I would say. Definitely the favorite for this section. It's from the Atlantic. No, I know what it's from. I know what it's from. Just there's nothing to say about it. It's so good, you know. You get what I'm saying here. But yeah, he's definitely the favorite in this series. Is Just Carrier. Gonna be starting this game with SC first, by the way. Not gonna do anything too crazy. I actually really like going for some LAB spam against the Conaf Galzian players, but he's gonna go for Eco instead. We do have a PC forward here for VoidWarrior. This is pretty standard for him. It's Fleet Cap 45. He's just gonna be spamming skims out. No base runner, so not gonna be an option for blast drones here. But yeah, Carrier is right. He didn't see this actually. The probe swung around it there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I know what you mean, Morningwood. I know what you mean. Anyway, the probe doesn't see the production cruiser at home though, so I'm sure that Carrier is aware that something is happening. Indeed, we can see Systems 1 teching immediately, so I think that he's going to want to be using that Carrier power to defend. Now, we'll slow down production upgrade a little bit, but I think the idea is that it shouldn't matter too much. And he's leaving the probe over the Carrier, that way he can see what tech it is after this gets picked. So, good play so far. Oh, so maybe you were actually trying to not have the probe see the PCA. Because I do have to say, like, this is how VoidWarrior pretty much always plays, so I wouldn't be surprised if Just Carrier was, you know... I don't even want to call it blind countering. I mean, he does have the probe out, but just, you know, preparing for that before he even saw it. Yeah, and the skim count is good, right? It's like 5-2, but there's no salvagers for this second, so you can't really... Clear your throat, apparently. You can't really threaten any salvagers from mining. You can't really dive on this Carrier, because even though it's Soban, of course, he does have power 1, so he's got the ALMs, and he has the missiles there, so... It's gonna be a little hard for VoidWarrior to get too much done right here. And this is why I've said before, I think that the focus is on the railguns when you're doing this sort of thing against Coalition. I think you should have gotten that rail tech a little bit faster. But still, the module is up, and I believe Just Carrier saw it, so now he's gonna leave with the probe because he figures he's seen what he needed. Also, note the light blinking right there. So that tells you that that tells you that a PC is building, so that's why this probe is evacuating, so that he won't be killed by it. But yes, you have to do quite a bit of hoping not to die to the LAVs here. Because this is the power trough. I've talked about this many times, but this is a moment where, like, the Coalition player, because he has the production lead, he's actually going to be able to outproduce the skims, and now it gets really difficult to fight this. So VoidWarrior needs to be careful here. This is a situation where you don't want to just give up ground for free, but if you're too aggressive with the positioning on these skims, you might just lose the whole game here, so... It's always a little bit nervous. But be careful not to take too much damage for free as well. Well, it looks like that skim will just about survive. Yep, it'll be fine, but you're gonna have to heal up now, of course. So, I wouldn't be surprised... Your voice is... Yes, it really is, though. Nah, I should be fine. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised to see, yep, ref mode to come out here for VoidWarrior, because what he likes to do in this scenario is then to just keep these guys forward and try and make this a bit more of a contain. Just slow his opponent down from getting up onto 2 rather than trying to end the game here. It's a very unique playstyle. I mean, nobody else really does it like this, but that's why I like watching VoidWarrior's games, because he plays very differently than most people. And the probe gonna get shot down here, but it did see the PC stop moved on the second base. I think that Just Carrier probably knows what he's up against here. I wonder why nobody does it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, it doesn't tend to work out super well for VoidWarrior, but when it does, it looks so cool because it's unique, you know what I mean? So, let's see if we can do it in this game, of course. LAVs all have, like, a target priority on someone they can't shoot at, by the way, but that's probably fine. He just has to press the S button before giving them more move orders. Well, I mean, the numbers are actually not terrible for VoidWarrior, but it's damage 2, and he's just now finishing armor 1, so he really can't fight Strikecraft for sure. No, 2 base, by the way, from Just Carrier. That's exactly what he needs to be doing, because otherwise, you know, his opponent is going to get the eco lead. But yeah, I mean, these LAVs are still stronger than the skims, but Carrier can't just, you know, very mindlessly click on them, because I mean, not only skims are better in the close range, but they also have the assault railguns to help them, so it's not clear who would win that with no micro. Oh, this is cute. I like this. Little Omega Point getting set up. I'm always a fan of the Omega Point. Oh, no, you can't do this. Ooh, okay. The assault railguns are gonna back out. That was very close. Yeah, assault railguns really like to die when they get jumped on by LAVs, so you need to be a little careful not to let that happen. Well, that's fascinating. I guess that's true, but I never noticed until now. Nobody's lost any units except for that one salvager that went down, and then Just Carrier lost the probe. Wow. Probe costs 150 in Jaraci, right? So the expenses of units lost is almost the same as well. Yeah, but again, you don't want to be doing this. The assault railgun outranges the LAV, so you really don't want to be shooting at him, you know, from okay, if I can stop having hiccups. From inside the LAV's range. It'll make it very, you know, well, frankly impossible to win that fight. And now with the heavy railgun out as well, I don't exactly know what that's supposed to do for him, but we'll see. But he's taking rating, which is good. He wants to get these skims up to parity. He does have armor 2 already. Just Carrier's got armor 1. By the way, expanding up to 3 base again, as he should. Yeah, perhaps that's the thought, but if he wants to be getting Sandskimmer upgrades, this heavy railgun is just really not good yet. And either way, I would never build this to fight Strikecraft. I mean, it's nice to get EMPs so that they also have some value against Strikecraft, but you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be building heavy railguns when your opponent only has strike here. And I was about to say, you always need to think when your opponent is basically only on LAVs that there might be fighter and gunship coming, and sure enough, that's being teched by Just Carrier. Interesting formation here, by the way. I've kind of left a hole right in the middle. That's true. But, see, I think this is what VoidWarrior needs to be doing, where he's sending this skim out to go get some vision on his own. He wants to know that air is coming, and if he knows, then he can just go for missile batteries. And, actually, he already had, or ships, I guess, because he's Con F. He actually has that tech already. And personally, I think you kind of need to get them before you build any honor guards if your opponent is going air, so I think this is good for him. And it looks like all of the Sandskimmer upgrades are done. In fact, these skims are actually stronger than the LAVs. 1-to-1 right now. So that's pretty nice for him. Again, heavy railguns are not really designed to fight LAVs, but, you know, they're actually doing something here, so interesting game state. I do agree with Carrier, though. Like, if he would, I agree with Carrier's summation that he should use the Carrier, you see? He should just bring one of these PCs back, and then this Carrier's allowed to move, and he can use the Carrier missiles to try and dislodge the LAVs. Well, either way, it looks like VoidWarrior is going to win the high ground, although it did cost him 2 skims. And I think that he saw the air tech, but I wasn't watching. And the fact that he's not built any The fact he's not built any missile ships tells me perhaps not. I hope that he did. We'll see. Right now, just building salvagers so he can get up onto his 3 base, of course. And just carrier, he's going straight for bombers. You love to see it. Yeah, this is something that we've seen many, many times in the past. The good old tack stack, as we say. It's even got that last carrier production upgrade very nicely synced up to it. Although I think he... How much fleet capacity does a bomber take? I think he doesn't actually need another logistics module now that I look at it. It's probably like 3 for each one. That's the wrong unit. There we go, there's the bombers. Oh, he does! Okay, look at that. Looks like they each take 4. Okay, there we go. VoidWarrior is indeed building some missile batteries, or missile ships. I keep getting that wrong. So I assume that he did see it, but I guess I'm not really sure. The bother, of course, is that I don't even really think that that's going to be sufficient against bombers. Note the gunship building as well. It's just going to be very effective against the sand skimmers there. So let's see what this gets done. When you come out with the triple bomber, you can just kill a PC if you like. You can go for the army. I think either one is totally fine here. Just carrier's going to launch those right away. No need to delay. This is a good old-fashioned tack stack, man. Yeah, Morning Wood and his air units. That's going to be quite a theme, I expect, when we're casting your games. And here they are. So again, you know, you could kill a PC with this, guaranteed. You could kill this entire blob of army units. You just take whatever you like, I suppose. And the gunships are coming out too. It's going to be very, very good for warding off the sand skimmers. Let's see what he goes for. Radar guided missiles finished. That's timely. It seemed to me it won't matter too much. Yeah, down goes the PC. You do want to be a little careful not to drive over the anti-air on the way back. Oh my gosh. Okay, he just about microed that fine, so everyone's gonna get out with their lives. Actually, he's gonna get to see this flank of skims as well, which is convenient for him. Looks like the gunship still has some ammo. Oh. Nah, that's just a massacre right there. Oh dearie me. The only problem, of course, is that the heavy air has to dock, like, one at a time. So you can see that now they're all circling around the carrier. There's a thought here that you should try and move your missile ships up so that you can kill them before they can dock. But the problem is, he doesn't have any... What just killed an LAV there? I guess it was just a railgun. He doesn't have any anti-strike craft at all here, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for him. Try and use the direct fire barrage to ward his opponent off there. It does get a couple of kills, but it's not going to finish the blob, of course. And just carrier stop moving there. Probably wants to keep following that, but... There you are. This game's going to clean this up here. All the railguns are dead as well. Now this guy... No, he did use his barrage as well. So there's really no defense against these LAVs at the moment. I guess in some ways, yeah, it's nice. VoidWarrior got some eco damage, but I really think it was not worth it. He ended up losing pretty much his entire army for it. Good barrage, though. That one did a lot of damage. Missile ship is going to fall, of course, but, you know, it's at least making its presence known. Problem is, again, if you look how much anti-air there is now for VoidWarrior, there's like 1 missile ship and then the 2 PCs, and that's it. So, if Just Carrier wants to go out again and try and blow up a PC with the bombers, there's really just nothing that can stop him. It's a bit awkward too, by the way. I noticed this earlier. This PC needs to move a bit closer to the base. Battlecruiser Fab is finishing as well for Just Carrier. As if he needs that, huh? And sure enough, he'll start building them. These are expensive, expensive units, so the fact he can queue 2 at a time means he's definitely in a good spot. And the double gunship is in the air again. Still not too much anti-air to fight back against this at all. This LAV blob is very, very low, actually. Especially if a barrage can land on it, although this one's... Well, actually, if Just Carrier doesn't move at all, it looks pretty well placed, doesn't it? Oh, the missile ship is in the targeting jammer as well. But still, I think the gunships are biting off a little bit more than they can chew here. Yeah, there goes one of them, but it looks like the other one will get out. I like the idea with the TJ on the missile ship, but of course there were a couple more, so... But here's the real story, I think, is these bombers. Don't fire it on the salves. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, that is going to be a dead PC right there, and with some good micro, I believe this guy gets up just fine. I was wrong! Oh. Nice shot. Oh, and VoidWarrior is actually going to stop the extracts as well, at least one of them. That is so annoying with the TJs, but still, this base runner is going to fall. Gunship still has ammo, of course, even though it is very low, but that's not a problem. Sand skimmers can't shoot up. Good play here by Just Carrier to use this thing, even though it's so low. Still got an artifact out. But yeah, PC fill, both the BCs are out. And now it's gonna be a little bit tough, I guess, to say the least, for VoidWarrior to survive here. You know, missile ships are not really what I would expect to be used against battle cruisers. Yeah, in fact, he's gonna agree. That's the GG right there. And there you go. That's game one for Just Carrier. Kind of a fun one. Again, I think it's just another one of these, you know, attack stack wins the day stories. No one really has enough anti-air for that, so gonna be a pretty clean win there for Just Carrier. Yeah, it's just DOK being DOK, isn't it? Flawless game. Absolutely flawless. Well, let's jump into game two here. This is on Torrent Crater. I see Cow Schmau is in the chat. Welcome, my friend. We played our tournament games just yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. I had a long day yesterday, man. I did a lot of things. Base Runner smoke, good. Yeah, I didn't get to see if VoidWarrior had done this or not last time, so it's heartwarming to see that he is indeed smoking the Base Runner. Always smoke the Base Runner. If you don't, you will be killed. We'll see what Just Carrier does. I think this is the same build as last time, but he... Well, yeah, I guess he would put the rally here, because you actually want your first SC to go out to the second, don't you? Yep, just gonna be SC first. He did retire the Base Runner, of course. This time, though, no probe. Doesn't feel like he needs it. I always like seeing a targeting jammer get thrown out, but that one did not indeed happen. Which cow is he talking about? Could be either of us. Which one is next? Which one is next? Smog the golden dragon person thing. That's the one, yeah. And Just Carrier. Look at this little... Oh, yes. Good. Doesn't need the RU focus there, so he's gonna pull these two guys off. I love it. I love it! The only problem, of course, for Just Carrier is that having that probe not be sent out, he doesn't really have any vision at all, so he's going to have to get LAVs, but doesn't need RUs for that. I like this little adaptation. Skadoosh. And that's 2 base for Just Carrier. Now, VoidWarrior does not have ref mode yet. Hey, look, he's in chat. Good. Looks like he's going for 2 PC instead. Where we're going, we don't need RUs. Now, you can play this like doing sort of a late rush, but I think it's pretty difficult to pull off. I think really ref mode is better on this map, either that or you just need to be going straight in with the 1 PC. We'll see what his plan is, though. The main problem with Smog as a player is that he's asking me for advice. Yes. No, I was talking to him earlier today, And apparently his computer does not even have a graphics card. Like, he's playing with like 8 FPS, so that really puts it into perspective. What is this build, by the way? I thought VoidWarrior was making a third PC for a moment, but no, that's a salvager. It must be. This is very unique. How many salves do we want to get? This is interesting. This is interesting. Like, see, this is a scenario where VoidWarrior does not have ref mode, right? So he's not really got an economy focus, and yet his opponent just has more army than him. So I don't really know what you're doing here, but yeah, I don't know what. Expand to 3 before getting ref, but yeah, I would have to recommend you don't do that. Doesn't tend to work out very well, from my experience. We have Assault Pack teching here for Just Carrier. Looks like the first scuffle is going to occur between the Skims and the LAVs, but again, Just Carrier has so many more. Like, if we check the units tab here, they're not all at the front line just yet, but look, it's 16-6. Ugh. I don't think you win this. I don't think you win this at all. Skim's gonna try for it anyway. Nobody dies though. 21 collectors with only the mothership and carrier. Yes, exactly. For those who play RM, they'll get that reference. Attention fleet, we have too many collectors here. Expect delays. There's the boost. Just Carrier, of course, did take that assault pack, so it's gonna be difficult to catch him here. It's pretty nice terrain for the Skims, though. It's very hard for the LAVs to fight this very effectively. But still, I think just with the numbers advantage, and I think he's got damage 1 now as well, although you can see VoidWarrior teching that as well. He's still taking pretty good trades so far. Trades in terms of health bars, mind you. Nobody's died yet. And of course, Sandskippers do heal back, but it takes them quite a while, so I don't think that's going to be too impactful here. Yeah, and you can see a good example of that. 5-3 now. As the first units start dying across the field. And ref modes for chumps, I guess. I mean, I can appreciate that sentiment, although I think that teching assault ships here is a little bit tough still. But well, let's say they have a fusion chamber, whatever that is, saying that there's a hull breach in the one on the starboard side of the ship, you see? By the way, that's a PC kill, so, that's not good. Yeah, I'm hardly even paying attention, because again, it's just sort of like such a done deal here. Like, I don't know how VoidWarrior can possibly fight this. This is pretty rough. This is a bit of eco-suicide, by the way. The carrier really does need to be back on the main. Because again, there's no ref mode. In fact, he did cancel it there, I think, to get that PC started again. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like this. Just Carrier's starting to build base runners. Oh dear. Surprised he doesn't just go air and tack stack him again. Maybe he wants to do something funny this time. LAVs, meanwhile, driving out to the other side of the map where they're gonna do, I'm sure, a bunch of nastiness. Yeah, that's the question we're all asking right now. LAV armor upgrades are starting to tech, as you see them all flash blue there. And I think that's another dead PC, at least it looks like it to me. Yes, exactly. At this point, you might as well just go tech KSC, you know, what else can you do? Yeah, he's got the RUs for it, I'll tell you what. No, he's gonna go for ref mode anyway. And And here's the triple extract coming out for Just Carrier. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. I assume the LAV is just gonna go over to this side and kill off another PC, no? What else are you gonna do? Yes. Rift mode is for chumps, man. Yeah, maybe we should add like a... We should add a special case where, like, if a Gaussian Conf player loses, you know, 20 PCs, their carrier enters, like, super mode, where it just always has all systems powered. That's what he's going for. He's going for the super carrier gambit. Just carrier? Nice probe micro, by the way. That one does fall. Yeah, Sanskivers wanted to try to stop the extract, but of course this is a bit of a more important problem here. It's 28 LAVs, jeez, and they're almost fully upgraded too. This is gonna miss. 10-piece McNugget build. No, this is like a 20 PC, and you have to lose them all, so it's more difficult. Well, VoidWarrior's had enough of this punishment. He's just gonna GG out. I don't blame him. This was not going anywhere fast. Your carrier becomes Grimace and murders everything. Yes. Yeah, Cao Shmao has a lock on the secret DOK build orders. Now look in the text again. Yes, yes, okay, I do understand. Good, good, good. Well, thanks guys for watching, that was a good one. I mean, in some ways, anyway. And I'll catch you in the next one, eh?